Hello everyone, this is Payal Vacha. Welcome to Pharma Desert. In this video, we will discuss about moist heat sterilization. So let's get started. These are the list of contents we will discuss in this video. First one is moist heat sterilization. Next one is autoclave. Next one is sterilization, or it is also called as fractional sterilization, pasteurization, pasteurization process, and sterilization of milk. Boiling water, low temperatures, and vaccine bath. First one, moist heat sterilization. What is moist heat sterilization? Heat in the form of saturated steam under pressure is the most practicable and dependable agent for sterilization. So moist heat, that means that is a heat in form of saturated steam under the pressure, that is the most practicable as well as dependable agent for sterilization. Steam under pressure which provides temperature above those obtained by boiling. So in moist heat sterilization, sterilization is provided with the help of saturated steam under pressure, and steam under pressure which provide temperatures above those obtained by boiling. It has the advantages of rapid heating, preparation, and moisture in abundance, which facilitates the coagulation of protein. So, what was the advantage of moist heat sterilization? It has the advantages of rapid heating, preparation, and moisture in abundance, which facilitates the coagulation of proteins. The laboratory apparatus that are designed to use steam under regulated pressure, it is called as autoclave. What is autoclave, or what was the function of autoclave? The laboratory apparatus, they are designed to use steam under regulated pressure. It is called as autoclave. And autoclave, they are useful for moist heat sterilization. What is autoclave? Autoclave, construction of autoclave, that is essentially a double jacketed steam chamber that is equipped with devices which permit the chamber to be filled with saturated steam and maintained at a designated temperature and pressure for any period of time. So what is autoclave, or what was the function or construction? Construction of autoclave. So it is a double jacket steam chamber that is equipped with device, and they permit chambers, it should be filled with saturated steam and it is maintained at designated temperature and pressure for any period of time. So autoclave, that is a made up of double jacketed steam chamber and that is equipped with device, they permit chamber it to be filled with saturated steam and it is maintained at a designated temperature and pressure for any period of time. In the operation of an autoclave, it is absolutely essential that the air in the chamber be completely replaced by saturated steam. That means, what was the operation? In operation of autoclave, it is absolutely essential that the air in chamber, it should be completely replaced by saturated steam. Next one is, if air is present, it will reduce the temperature it is obtained within the chamber substantially. And the autoclave is an essential unit of equipment in every microbiology laboratory. So if air that is present, it will reduce the temperature that is obtained within chamber, and autoclave, that is an essential unit of equipment in every microbiology lab. So autoclave that is present in every microbiology lab, and many media, solutions, discarded cultures, and contaminated materials are routinely sterilized with this apparatus. So, many media, solutions, discarded cultures, as well as contaminated materials all are routinely sterilized with this apparatus autoclave. So with the help of autoclave, any media, solution, discarded cultures all are sterilized. Generally, but not always, autoclave is operated at pressure is approximately 15 lb per inch square at 121 degree centigrade. So autoclave that is operated at a pressure that is about 15 lb pressure and temperature that is about 121 degree centigrade. The time of operation to achieve sterility, it depends on the nature of the material being sterilized and the type of container and the volume. So the time of operation is to achieve sterility. So sterility time that is depend on nature of material being sterile as well as it is also depend upon types of container and volume. Let's take one example. 1000 test tube which containing 10 ml each of liquid medium, it can be sterilized in 10 to 15 minutes at 121 degree centigrade, and 10 liters of the same medium contained in a single container would require 1 hour or more at the same temperature to ensure sterilization. So 1000 test tube which contain 10 ml of each liquid medium, and they can be sterilized in 10 to 15 minutes, and temperature is that is about 121 degrees centigrade. When 10 liter of same medium contain in single container, that would require 1 hour or more at the same temperature to ensure sterilization. So larger the volume, more time is required, as well as more or same temperature is required for sterilization purpose. That is the figure of autoclave, how it is work. First one is steam supply. Steam supply from bottom of the part, and pressure regulator that is applied for steam supply. Next one is thermometer. Thermometer is present, and in above portion steam chamber is available. In steam chamber, steam it is come from steam supply, air it is introduced in sediment screen, as well as flask which contain any material that are placed on perforated shelf. In above the part, exhaust valve that is present to remove steam after sterilization. Next one is steam to the chamber is available. Safety valve is present, and pressure gauge and operating valve is present. And in below portion, waste line is available to remove waste products. That is regarding autoclave. Second one is for moist state sterilization, tyndallization. What is tyndallization, or it is also called as fractional sterilization? Some microbiological media, solution of chemicals and biological materials can't be heated above 100 degrees centigrade without being damaged, and if they can withstand the temperature of free flowing steam that is about 100 degrees centigrade, it is possible to sterilize them by fractional sterilization. So in fractional sterilization, some microbiological media, solution of chemicals and biological materials all are can't be heated above 100 degrees centigrade without being damaged. So if they can withstand the temperature of free flowing steam that is about 100 degrees centigrade, and it is possible to sterilize them by fractional sterilization. This method, which involves heating the material at 100 degrees centigrade and on 3 successive days with incubation period in between. So in fractional sterilization, this method involves heating the material at 100 degrees centigrade for 3 days time period. Resistant spores germinate during the incubation period on subsequent exposure to heat, and the vegetative cells will be destroyed. So resistant spore, they germinate during the incubation period, and on subsequent exposure to heat, vegetative cells will be destroyed. If spores are present and do not germinate during the incubation period, the material won't be sterilized. That means if any spore are present and they do not germinate during incubation period, that means material won't be sterilized properly. An apparatus known as steam Arnold that is used for this technique, and it is also possible to operate an autoclave with free flowing steam for this purpose. So any apparatus that is known as steam Arnold apparatus that is particularly used for this technique, and it is also possible to operate autoclave with free flowing steam for this purpose. Second one is pasteurization. What is pasteurization? Milk, cream, and certain alcoholic beverages like beer and wine all are subjected to a control heat treatment called as pasteurization, which kills microorganisms of certain times but doesn't destroy all organisms. So in pasteurization, milk, cream, and certain alcoholic beverages all are subjected to control heat treatment. So that are called as pasteurization. And in pasteurization, they kill microorganism of certain types, but they doesn't kill or doesn't destroy all the types of organisms. So in pasteurization, they destroy only that microorganisms that are present in milk, cream, as well as certain alcoholic beverages. The Milk Ordinance and Code of US Public Health Service comments on the word pasteurization as follow. So Milk Ordinance and Code of US Public Health Service, they comment on word pasteurization. What was the comment? The term pasteurization, pasteurized, and similar terms shall mean the process of heating every particles of milk and milk product to at least 145 degree Fahrenheit or 62.7 degrees centigrade and holding it continuously at or above this temperature for at least 30 minutes or to at least 161 degree centigrade, 161 degree Fahrenheit or 71.6 degree centigrade and holding it continuously at or above this temperature for at least 15 seconds in equipment which is properly operated and approved by the health authority. So term pasteurization, pasteurized, all are the similar terms and shall mean the process of heating every particles of milk product at 62.7 degrees centigrade as well as holding it continuously at or above 30-minute time period and temperature that is about 71.6 degrees centigrade and holding it continuously at or above 71.6 degrees centigrade for at least 15 seconds in equipment that is properly operated and it is approved by health authority. Next one is the most resistant pathogen. likely to occur in milk. Example, Mycobacterium tuberculosis that is destroyed when exposed to temperature of 140 degrees centigrade, 140 Fahrenheit or 60 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes. So the most resistant pathogen they are likely to occur in milk, that is example is Mycobacterium tuberculosis that is destroyed when it is exposed to 60 degree centigrade temperature for 10 minutes time duration. In the pasteurization temperature was set at 61.6 degree centigrade temperature for 30 minutes, and later it was discovered that Coxiella burnetii, the causative agent of Q fever, which can be transmitted by milk and which can survive in milk heated to 143 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. So later it was discovered that Coxiella burnetii, that is the causative agent for Q fever, and they can be transmitted by milk and that is survive in milk when it is heated to 140 degree centigrade, 143 degree Fahrenheit or 61.6 degree centigrade for 30 minutes time period. This observation resulted in the establishment of present time and temperature of pasteurization. Next one is pasteurization process. What is pasteurization process? Methods of pasteurization of milk that is used commercially, which include a low temperature holding method and a high temperature short time method. So method of pasteurization of milk used commercially that include low temperature holding as well as high temperature short time method. So the holding method, they expose milk to 145 degree Fahrenheit and temperature that is about 62.7 degree centigrade for 30 minutes time duration. So holding method for expose milk that is about 62.7 degree centigrade for 30 minutes, and the high temperature short time process employs equipment that is capable of exposing milk to temperature of 161 degree Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. So in low temperature holding method, temperature is low and time is higher, while high temperature HTST, that means high temperature method, when maintain high temperature short time duration is required, when maintain low temperature high duration or high temperature is, when maintain low temperature high time is required, when maintain high temperature short time is required. In either method of pasteurization, it is essential that the equipment be designed and operated so that every particle of milk that is heated to required temperature and held for the specified time. So in either method of pasteurization, it is essential that the equipment it should be designed and operated so that every particle of milk that is that is heated to the required temperature and that is held for specified time period. Precautions must be taken to prevent recontamination after pasteurization. So precautions it should be taken to prevent recontamination after pasteurization. And last one is the finished product. It should be stored at the low temperature to retard growth of microorganism which survive pasteurization. So first point is in the method of pasteurization, it is essential that equipment it should be designed and operated properly so that every particle of milk that is heated to the required temperature and that is held for specified time period. And what was the precautions? Precautions, it must be taken to prevent recontamination after pasteurization, and the finished product, it should be stored at low temperature to retard growth of microorganism and which survive pasteurization. So finished product, it should be stored at low temperature. Why final product, it should be stored at low temperature? Because it retard growth of microorganism that is survive in which survived pasteurization. In addition to milk, numerous other food products and some fermented beverages like beers and wines are commercially pasteurized. So that means in addition of milk, other food products and some beverages like beers and wines all are commercially pasteurized. Sterilization of milk. In sterilization of milk, commercial milk sterilization techniques have been developed which expose milk to ultra high temperature for a very short period of time. Example 148 degrees centigrade for 1 to 2 seconds. That means commercial milk sterilization technique that have been developed and which expose milk to ultra high temperature for very short term time period. So commercial milk sterilization technique, they expose milk to ultra high temperature in time duration that is a short. So example 300 degree centigrade, 300 degree Fahrenheit temperature or 148.8 degree temperature, that is a higher temperature is maintained and time duration is lower, that is about 1 to 2 seconds. The final product is comparable in flavor and nutritional quality to pasteurized milk. So the final product that is a comparable in flavor and nutritional qualities for pasteurized milk. The sterile milk product has several attractive features and it doesn't require refrigeration and it has an indefined shelf life. So, sterilization of milk product that have several attractive features like they doesn't require refrigeration as well as it has indefinite shelf life. Next one is boiling water. Contaminated materials or objects, they are exposed to boiling water, they can't be sterilized with certainty. So what is the in boiling water? In boiling water, objects or any material, objects or any contaminated material, they are exposed to boiling water and they can't be sterilized properly. It is true that all vegetative cells will be destroyed within minutes by exposure to boiling water, but some bacterial spores can withstand this condition for many hours. That means it is true that all vegetative cells that will be destroyed within minutes when that is exposed to boiling water, but some bacterial spore they withstand by maintaining these conditions for many hours also. The practice of exposing instruments for short period of time in boiling water is more likely to bring about disinfection rather than sterilization. So the practice of exposing instruments for short period of time in boiling water, that is more likely to bring about disinfection rather than sterilization. We already discussed what is disinfection. That means any that is applied on non-living body. And boiling water, they can't be used as method of sterilization. So boiling water, that is not exactly said that is used for sterilization. and by using boiling water that is 100% sterilized, that is not sure. Next one is low temperatures. In low temperatures, temperature below optimum for growth which depress the rate of metabolism, and if the temperature is sufficiently low, growth and metabolism cease. That means in low temperature, temperature below optimum for growth which depress rate of metabolism, as well as if the temperature is sufficiently low, growth and metabolism is cease. Low temperature are useful for preservation of culture since microorganisms have a unique capacity for surviving extreme cold. That means low temperature that are useful for preservation of culture. So the microorganisms have a unique capacity for surviving in extreme cold condition. Agar slant culture of some bacteria, yeast and mold are stored for longer period of time at refrigeration temperature, that is about 4 to 7 degrees centigrade. So in low temperature is maintained and agar slant culture of some bacteria, yeast and mold all are stored for longer period of time at refrigerator temperature, that is about 4 to 7 degrees centigrade. Many bacteria and viruses, they can be maintained in a deep freeze unit at temperature from minus 20 to minus 70 degrees centigrade. That means many bacteria and viruses all are maintained in deep freeze condition and temperature that is about minus 20 to minus 70 degrees centigrade. Liquid nitrogen at a temperature of minus 196 degrees centigrade, that is used to preserve cultures of many viruses and microorganisms. So liquid nitrogen at the temperature of about minus 196 degrees centigrade, that is used. Why liquid nitrogen is used? That is particularly used to preserve cultures of viruses as well as microorganisms. In all these procedures, the initial freezing, which kills a fraction of the population, but the survivors may remain viable for longer period. So in all this procedure, initial freezing, they kill fractions of population, but the survivors may remain viable for longer time period. Microorganisms, they are maintained at freezing or sub-freezing temperature and may be considered dormant. They perform no detectable metabolic activity. That means microorganisms, they are maintained at freezing or sub-freezing temperature and they may be considered as dormant and they do not detectable any metabolic activity. That means when microorganisms maintain at freezing or sub-freezing temperature, they are dormant in stage and they do not perform any metabolic activities. This condition is the basis of successful application of low temperature for the preservation of foods. So this condition is basis for successful application of low temperature for the preservation of any foods. Thus, from a practicable standpoint, high temperature may be considered as microbicidal and low temperature as microbistatic. So from the practical standpoint, high temperature that may be considered as microbicidal and low temperature that are called as microbistatic. Microbicidal, that means kill all the microorganism, while microbistatic, that means resistant to all microorganism. Last one is vaccine bath. Bacterial vaccines that are sterilized by special water bath. that are called as vaccine bath at 60 degrees centigrade for around 1 hour time period, which kills most vegetative bacteria. So in vaccine bath, bacterial vaccines, they are sterilized by special water bath. So bacterial vaccine that are completely sterilized with the help of special water bath that are called as vaccine bath, and that are sterilized at 60 degrees centigrade for 1 hour time period, and they kill most vegetative bacteria. So that is regarding moist heat sterilization, boiling water sterilization, as well as vaccine bath, autoclave, pasteurization, tyndalization. By using all the methods, moist heat sterilization is performed. If any query or doubts related to topic, please write your questions in comment box. Thank you.